The royal family is officially divided. On one side, an ex-prince who's traumatized by his parents' past, and his wife who says she's hurt because of the consequences regarding issues with family relations that have been shaky for years. On the other side, the royal family, protected by the walls of Buckingham Palace. Harry and Meghan, who abdicated from their titles and official duties to flee from what they called substantial pressure from the press and persecution from British tabloids. Suddenly, Harry and Meghan chose to tell all in front of the cameras. The interview of the ex-royals Harry and Meghan with the presenter Oprah Winfrey aired Sunday, March 7th. The two spoke openly about all they allegedly lived through the last few years. Harry said he was disappointed by his own family and made a point of talking about what he and Meghan lived through, comparing it to what his mother, Princess Diana, had to face in the past. During her interview, Meghan Markle revealed what shook Prince Harry deeply. The actress affirmed that she suffered discrimination and that the media pressure, along with the responsibility of being a part of the British royal family, shook her mental health to the point of contemplating suicide. During her pregnancy to Archie, her first son with Harry. Meghan and Harry accused the palace of racism, affirming that a member of the royal family worried about how dark would be the skin of baby Archie. This was commented during the interview and has been commented about all over the world. In light of the public scandal, an official declaration was made 2 days after the interview in the name of Queen Elizabeth II, Harry's grandmother. The whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan. The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much-loved family members. It's not a secret that the relationship between father and son has not been going very well for the past few years. Harry and his father, Prince Charles, grew more and more distant. Looking at things from another point of view, the couple's statement brings up a few questions. Was it necessary for Harry and Meghan to open up about everything before the cameras so that the family could see the problems that the couple struggled with? Were Harry and Meghan calling attention to themselves in an inconsequential way? The couple, who today live in the U.S., await the birth of their second child, distant from the rest of the family. While both sides suffer with the consequences of these family issues that they weren't able to resolve within four walls, the headlines about the occurrence have spread throughout the world. Could these events be shaking the royal family?
I believe the royal family has gone through some worse things than this, and they will survive. But, Christiani, before, let's leave aside all the talk of rumors and gossip, and let's focus on the lessons that the facts about the interview with Prince Harry and his wife Meghan that they gave in the beginning of the month, and what lesson it can bring to singles and married people.
Yeah, we see that the first thing is that, the bridges that were burned because they already had problems with the royal family. We would hear about those problems, and it's normal for you to have difficulties with the family of your partner. It's normal because sometimes they're very different people, or people that had very different cultures, and their culture is very different from the American culture. But Meghan, she married already knowing who she was marrying, meaning a prince that had all those rules.
In fact,
and it's, you're marrying a prince.
During the interview she gave to Oprah, she said that supposedly, of course, you're free to believe her or not, that she didn't know a lot about Harry's family. The family people most
But then
comment
everybody
about
already
on
knew
planet
the
Earth.
family.
The family that's most commented about in the world. She says she got into the family without knowing much about it. She didn't know a lot about the royal family. Okay, it happens, but right there we already have the first lesson. If you're going to get involved with someone, you're going to date, you're going to marry that person, then you must know about that person's family beforehand, right? Because if you're going to get into this family and you're going to be a part of this family, you have to know what you're getting into. So there is the first lesson that we always talk about here on the Love School. You do actually marry your spouse's family along with your spouse. There's no such thing as say, oh, I'm marrying the person, I'm not marrying their family.
And you know that thing about family, Renato, I even understand what she meant to say, because even though everybody talks about this family, the reality is that the family has rules. We lived in London for many years, so we know how the culture is there. And even in regards to the royal family, there are many rules. They can't be just giving interviews. They can't just, be venting. They don't have social medias. And actually her, when she started dating him, she had to delete her social media in order to go into that family.
They can't. Sorry, Christiane. It's something very important that has to be mentioned here, because Meghan made a mistake after she was already in a relationship with Harry. Because the royal family, according to tradition, cannot give political views. They can't show favor towards one side or the other. And Meghan, more than once, when she was already in a relationship with Prince Harry, gave political views and broke the royal family's protocol.
Many protocols.
So she was one of the first to break protocol.
Yeah, but she knew about that. She knew that there was protocols. And when you get married, for example, you're dating a person that has children with somebody else. So you need to, know that that person has children, and they're going to need to have a relationship with their children. They're going to need to talk to their children. They're going to need to talk to the ex. So people sometimes they forget. They want to erase everything about the person. I just want them. Let me just remove them from that story that they're in. But you can't do that. And the prince, he had a story. He lived in a family that, was very peculiar, with many rules. So when she got into that family, she should have, she actually had it submit to many rules. And that's against the American culture, which is against all rules and all of that. So there are many differences there. And that's where it is. It's normal for you to be going into another family that has a very different culture. So it's normal to have that friction. But you need to remember that that person is still part of that family. And what they did was something very bad for him, especially.
For their marriage, in truth, because when you make your spouse's family seem like your enemies, or you talk badly about, or especially if you go on TV, you go and, well, of course, nowadays not everybody has a chance to be interviewed by Oprah to talk bad about your family or their relatives. But today we have social media. So you post something publicly to the public, your problems, your complaints about your spouse's family, then how do you expect that your relationship with them is going to be from then on? Now, do you think that this interview, this decision that the two made to come out publicly and speak about their complaints in regards to the royal family, if this is going to heal the family ties that were not doing well beforehand? On the contrary, I don't see how this interview helped their relationship with the royal family, nor their relationship between the two of them. Because now, what happens now, Christiane? You see that Meghan, we see a continuous standard throughout her behavior. Meghan, few people know that on the wedding day, Prince Harry, she only had a single family member at the wedding. One single person. Just one person from her family were present at the wedding, which was her mother. Why is this? A lot of people were not invited by her, and others that weren't. Meghan has a history of withdrawal from family members. She has a terrible relationship with her father, with her half-sister that she has, and so on. she's a person who already for some time coming has carried baggage of serious problems that she had had in regards to her family. So she's a person who already withdrew from her family, and now she wants to do the same thing with her husband's family. She took her husband from his family, and now the two of them are as though they were, two hurt doves that are now suffering and have to survive on the 25 million pounds that were left for him by the royal family, because he denied being dependent of the royal family a bit after his marriage with Meghan. So this is not something pretty. This harms the relationship between the couple, because now if Harry has a problem with Meghan, he will do everything to prove that he didn't make the mistake.
And that's what has happened, Renato. Including in abusive relationships, sometimes the young person, they argue with the parents because she wanted to remain in that bad relationship. And the relationship even ends up abusive, but she can't ask for help, because if not, she's going to have to show her parents that they were right by judging that relationship, that person, that other person. So they stay in that bad relationship suffering because of pride, and also because they left their family because of the relationship.
Yeah, we feel deeply sorry for the problems, the emotional problems that Meghan said she went through and suffered, and that it gave her suicidal thoughts. We feel really sorry about that. But this is not the way she's going to solve the problems she's facing, whether personal or with her husband's family.
Yeah, and people, they need to learn that it's not you venting. It's not you venting or you getting revenge on people who did you wrong in public, that you're going to feel better. You are going to feel better perhaps in that moment that you made the person feel bad because of what you said. But afterwards, you're going to continue with the problem because the problem is inside of you. So many people, sometimes they think that letting out that problem, they're going to somehow feel better. And unfortunately, it's not how it works. How many people today, they vent on social media and they continue thinking about dying, venting, thinking about people and people telling you, look, I understand you. Look, I can imagine how difficult your life has been. That can even make you feel like, how cool. Somebody's feeling my pain. But it's not going to solve your problem. Your pain's going to continue there. And that's where you're going to be wanting to do that more and more in order to have a little bit of relief. That's how it usually works. People are not healed by having anyone's pity or getting revenge.
No, they're not. And also notice the contradiction. Going public and then asking for privacy. Right? Oh, I want to ask for privacy. I know we are speaking out publicly, but we want privacy and that people just respect. But you're talking publicly.
It's hard to understand.
So if you want privacy, don't go public. That's the first tip we can give you all.
And I really liked the response from the Queen because...
Very classy.
Because she said, and she didn't speak, right? She said, look, I feel bad because of what she went through, but we're going to deal with this problem in private. Meaning, she really was a real queen. She really showed there what it is to be a princess, a true queen.
And she also said some recollections may vary, right? Real classy.
Does your love life need a little boost? An upgrade? A complete overhaul? Worry not. We've got the right treatment just for you. It's the Love Therapy course. Live stream from Houston, Texas every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time with Dave and Evelyn Higginbotham, teaching practical advice for both married couples and for singles to deal with the day-to-day ins and outs of romance and relationship issues.
If we make a mistake, It's not a problem to make a mistake, but if we make a mistake and we don't learn from it, that is a serious problem.
American culture is, follow your heart.
Yeah.
What does your heart tell you? Don't let anybody stop you. If you love this person, don't let them stop you. Go for this dream that you have. That's almost elevated as this noble thing.
Watch The Love Therapy live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Living Faith Network website, or scroll through the archives of past love therapy sessions on ulfn.org. For more information, comments, or questions, call 888-332-4141 or text 888-312-4141.
Imagine waking up one day to find that you married the wrong person, or that you lost your true love because you ruined your relationship, or that you'd missed it when that special person came into your life. For those who don't want to spend the rest of their lives regretting a bad decision, Bulletproof Dating is a must-read, no matter what stage of singleness you're in. Whether you're alone, waiting, dating, picking up the pieces of your broken heart, divorced, or widowed, this book will help you navigate the complicated world of modern relationships. Years of experience have given Renato and Cris Cardoso authority to say that most divorces start during the dating phase. Bulletproof Dating is a manual for all ages and will open your eyes and show you practical actions you can take. It's time to learn intelligent love. Ebook available on Amazon.com and other online retailers. Did you know that over 50% of couples who get divorced regret not trying harder to save their marriage? No one gets married to later get a divorce, but sometimes it seems like there's no other option. Wait, you haven't tried everything. Bulletproof Marriage has already helped millions of couples all around the world to avoid separation. Even if one party isn't willing to change, or the relationship seems like a lost cause, give yourself this opportunity. Read this amazing book and shield your marriage against divorce. Buy the book on Amazon.com today.